Hello, it's Qomaya Hildid. I've got another story for you guys today. So, should we talk about a bit of angles today? A bit of arcs, architecture, history? Should we be Anglo-Saxons today? Or is it angles and sahans, yeah? The actual meaning, yeah, and the etymology or the root of the word sah. Yeah, it's not to cut, but it's to bind. Yeah, I know some of y'all just lost the plot, but angles and arcs, and then we're connecting them. Yeah, we are correcting them and connecting them. Sahan also means pathfinder. Should we find the interconnectedness, yeah, of arcs and stories? Anyways, enjoy the little architecture history, right? Okay, so should we start with Gothic architecture? Yeah, the scary architecture. Gothic architecture is a style of architecture that emerged in Europe during the late 12th century and continued to evolve until the 16th century. It is characterized by its pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and flying buttresses, which allowed for taller and more open interior spaces. Some key features of Gothic architecture include stained glass windows, elaborate sculptures, and intricate geometric patterns. One of the key influences on Gothic architecture was the Romanesque style that preceded it, which featured thick walls, small windows, and rounded arches. Gothic architects sought to create structures that appeared to reach towards the heavens, reflecting the ideals of the medieval Christian church. The development of the Gothic style is often credited to the Abbey Church of Saint Denis in France. I've got questions about that, but anyways, where the innovative architect and theorist Abbot Sugar oversaw renovations in the 12th century. Another important influence on Gothic architecture was the rise of the medieval university and the increased emphasis on education and literacy. This led to a greater demand for larger and more elaborate buildings, such as cathedrals and universities, which in turn spurred innovations in architectural design. Gothic architecture spread across Europe and took on regional variation in different countries, with notable examples including Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, Canterbury Cathedral in England, and the Cologne Cathedral in Germany. The Gothic style eventually gave way to the Renaissance and Baroque styles in the 16th century, but its influence can still be seen in many buildings around the world. So now that we have all of that out of the way, right? Since we are Saxons and we're looking at things from different angles, yeah, we're pathfinders. We're going to take a look back in time, yeah, where it all started, right? Where the inspiration came from. So we'll get to the Islamic Andalusia, yeah, the Islamic Europe, and to the Maghrib. Continue listening. Continuing to explore interconnectedness of the arts, it is fascinating to note that in contemporary Somali culture, the word sahan has also other meaning. Sahan refers not only to a plate, but also to a plate of food. This intriguing connection leads us to our next topic of architecture and angles. As the concept of a sahan, meal, brings to mind Surah Al-Ma'idah in the Quran, transitioning to the Gothic architecture, its inspiration can be traced back to the Islamic Maghrib or Dark Continent, where it evolved and thrived before influencing Islamic Andalusia and eventually spreading to the rest of Europe. Anyways, y'all inspired now? Part 2 is coming up. But it looks like some of y'all, right? Yeah, can't eat unless you divide and separate things, yeah? You can't see how things are connected. Yeah, you can't see the thread of life. Anyways, part 2, yeah, will be up later on today. Yeah? Well, until then, bye.